Welcome to Fulton Fit, everybody. My name is Derek Barber, and I'm going to help you move better, feel stronger, and live a better life right here in Fulton County. Today, we're focusing on functional fitness, simple exercises that make tasks like lifting, bending, and reaching easier. But first, let's start with a quick warm-up led by April.
Welcome everyone. Let's start by stretching and focusing on our posture. These stretches will prepare our body for today's workout while improving flexibility and reducing tension in the body. We're going to start with a deep breath in and out. And next, we're going to do some warm-up exercises. Let's start by doing neck rolls clockwise. Pay attention to your breathing. And let's go counterclockwise. And next, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. You're going to start by rolling your shoulders forward and then backwards to loosen tension. Let's start with shoulders while maintaining breath. And then backwards. And then we're going to go into side stretches. So reach one arm overhead, and then you're going to stretch to the opposite side. I'm going to go to the next side, maintaining breath. And lastly, we're going to do some leg swings. So you're going to swing each leg forward and backward for a dynamic stretch. And with the other side, do the same thing. And that concludes our workout warm-up today.
All right, everybody, now that we're warmed up, it's time to dive into today's workout. I'll be leading you through some functional exercises designed to help you with everyday activities like carrying groceries, bending down, and staying active. Let's get started. So for our first workout, we're gonna do body weight squats. What you're gonna do is position your legs shoulder length apart. Make sure your toes are face forward, and you can put your hands together if it makes it easier. And we're just gonna squat down about right here, like you're sitting on the chair. And come right back up. So we're gonna do about 12 reps of those. So you ready? Let's go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good job, everybody. Shake your legs out. I know that kind of burns a little bit. So for our next workout, we're gonna do step back lunges. You're gonna put your feet kind of close together. You're gonna put one foot behind the other. For this exercise, we're gonna start with our right foot behind, and we're gonna put our foot behind, and we're gonna bend both knees at about a 90-degree angle. And we're gonna be just like this. If you have to hold on to a chair or wall to help you with your balance, that's okay too. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We're going to go ahead and position ourselves to set up for the other leg. So put your left foot back. Same thing right here, 90-degree angle, bend both knees, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, go ahead and shake those legs off again, everybody. For our third workout today, it's called overhead reach. You can do it with weights. You can do it with any household item that's not too heavy for you, whatever you're comfortable with, or no weights. So first, we're gonna put our left hand on our hip, and we're gonna take our arm, and we're just gonna reach over our head. And then we're also gonna do it the other way as well. So first, we're gonna go to the left. And ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and switch it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, everybody, good job so far. So for our fourth workout, we're gonna do side steps. And all you wanna do is kind of position your feet shoulder length apart. And you wanna step, but you don't wanna step too far to where you're overextended. So you wanna do it about a foot over. And you're just gonna bend down with it, okay? So we're gonna do that on both sides, but first we're gonna start going to our right. So maybe your left. So let's go ahead and get started. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, everybody. So for our fifth workout, this is called the plank. This is gonna work all your core muscles right here to keep you with a good, stable core. And we're gonna go ahead and get down. And what you wanna do is you wanna put your forearms on the ground. And you can either put your forearms like this, or you can put your hands together to hold yourself up. And the objective is to keep your back flat. Don't have your butt too high in the air or too low. You just want it about right here. And we're gonna hold for about 15 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, her back is flat. Her butt's not too high in the air, it's not too low, and she's working her core muscles right here. So that's a good form right there. All right, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we go ahead and stand back up.
Great workout, everyone. My name is Cecilia Tran, and I'm with UGA Extension here in Fulton County. And today I'm gonna go over some post-workout smoothies to help you refuel after your workout. So everybody makes the mistake of when they're making a smoothie or when they're ordering one, they just go very fruit heavy. And fruit is really great for you, but only in moderation because our body can only process so much sugar at one time. So today I'm gonna show you the proper way to make a smoothie, okay? So number one, we'll start off with some fruit because that's gonna give us our flavor, right? And fruit is full of carbohydrates, which often has a bad connotation to it, right? But carbs are your friend, they're not your enemy. They give you quick energy, and we need that. So I've got only about a half a cup to a cup per smoothie. I don't wanna go more than that, again, because fruit has some natural sugar in it and we don't wanna do too much, all right? Now, here's the hiccup where everybody kind of messes up with their smoothies is they forget to add protein, okay? So today, I am going to use a oral nutrition supplement as my protein boost. If I don't want to use that, I can use tofu, I can use cottage cheese, I can use Greek yogurt, I can use milk, I can use peanut butter. There's a variety of things to do. So you choose whatever you would like. Today, I'm gonna use this vanilla oral nutrition supplement. You could also use a protein powder if you felt like it. But this protein is necessary to help us build our muscles that we've worked so hard to train. So I'm just gonna dump this whole thing in here. And then we wanna add a little nutrition boost. Now, that means like you can add some vegetables if you feel like it. In this recipe, I'm just gonna add a little bit of cucumber. This complements the pineapple really well. It gives it a little bit of freshness. I'm not gonna go overboard with it. but we'll just add just a little bit in there just to add a little bit of fiber, okay? And then finally, if I feel like it, I can add a little bit of extra nutrition, and that looks like chia seeds or flax seeds. So what this does is it gives us our nice omega-3 fatty acids. This raises our good cholesterol, which is what we really like. So I'm just gonna add a sprinkle in here. It also adds a little bit of fiber. I don't need too much. And then we'll blend this up. Now you'd say, if you wanted to add spinach to this, you could, but the spinach will interact with the red of the strawberry and it kind of turns your smoothie into something that doesn't look that pretty. It's still gonna taste good, but it's not gonna look good. And we eat with our eyes, so I'm gonna leave that out for this one. Another great vegetable that you can add to smoothies without affecting the color is cauliflower. And I know you're thinking, ew, that's gonna taste gross, but actually it doesn't. If you add just a little handful to it, especially if it's frozen, you won't taste the flavor at all, but you get a lot of extra fiber in it without feeling like, ugh, I'm eating my vegetables, right? So I'm just gonna give this a good mix and hope for the best. And look at that nice, beautiful color. Again, that green from the cucumber doesn't interact with it too much, and we've got this really nice, pretty pink. That'll be delicious to drink. Okay, moving on. So some people are vanilla people and like that, but sometimes I have a chocolate sweet tooth, and this is what I would like to do, right? So just like we did before, we'll start off with some fruit. In here, I've got a whole banana that's been chopped up, so I'm gonna add that. And then, like I said before, we need some protein, right? So for this one, we're gonna use peanut butter. I'm an extra chunky type of girl. If you are a creamy person, go for it. Again, this is your adventure. We're just gonna add some peanut butter in there, and that's gonna give us our protein to help us build our muscle. And then we'll add our extra nutrition. So this, because we're gonna add some chocolate milk to this, we won't really see the muddied color of that spinach. So I'm gonna add that as my nutrition boost. Again, I'll add a little bit of chia seeds just because I have it on hand, and if you don't, that's totally okay. You don't need it. And in this one, we'll add some chocolate milk as a little bit of extra protein. And look, if you love chocolate milk, this is an excellent protein shake. So I have a lot of people who come to me and ask me, what's your favorite protein powder or protein shake? And for me, I don't really enjoy them because they're a little bit chalky. That's not to say that you can't have it, but I feel like this is creamy, is dreamy, it tastes delicious. It's got enough sugar in there to fuel my workout, give me that quick energy, but it's also got some protein in there that's gonna help me build my muscle. So I can always just do this as my post-workout snack, or I can level it up a little bit and add some extra nutrition, and we go from there. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, yum. I'm not mad at that, to be honest. I would add a little bit more peanut butter next time, or maybe some caramel drizzle in there, just to give it a light touch of sweetness and just make it a little bit more palatable. So those are our two smoothies today. But again, if you don't have any of these ingredients on hand, or you have some, here are some other options that you can use. I know that for a lot of people, eating breakfast can be tough. And so what you can do is you can take that oral nutrition supplement and dissolve a little bit of instant coffee and mix the two together, and now you basically have a really sweet coffee that we normally drink, but it's got your protein and it's got our carbs in there, which makes it a balanced breakfast. This is a little bit unconventional, but this is silky tofu. This is a great protein source as well for those of us who are vegetarian who may not be able to do that, something that has dairy. Again, tofu doesn't have too much of a very strong taste. And so if you were to take about a third of this and mix it with the strawberries and bananas and blend that up, it gives it the silky texture. And again, you're not gonna taste it just like that cauliflower, right? Only do a little bit. Now, if you add this whole log in there, okay, it's gonna taste like tofu. That's your own fault, all right? Other options, you can use cottage cheese as your protein. You can use Greek yogurt. There's a variety of things that you can do to mix and match it. Use what you have on hand. Use what's in season fruit-wise to have the best flavor out of that. Yeah, and have fun with it. You're not always gonna make the best looking smoothie or the best tasting smoothie. That's totally okay. It takes a little bit of trial and error before you find something that you like, but hopefully this will give you a good start.
All right, you did it. Thanks for joining me on Fulton Fit. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll focus on strength and balance for our seniors, perfect for anyone looking to stay active and independent. Don't forget to share your journey with us using the hashtag Fulton Fit, and we'll see you next time.